Okay. Well, I was gonna, lower the volume, but I just somehow stopped it from playing instead. What up? I am here. We are ready to do part 5. And I will undeafen now. I'm back. Okay, Roman, join pause sec.
I need a link.
Check DMs. Is it echoing? Fred, is it echoing? I actually don't know how to fix that. So just I'll make a leave and rejoin, I guess. Yeah. It's happened before, but it's not common. But you and be like, it seems to be better. He's not even in the room. Still? Okay. I'm gonna restart it per sec entirely. Hi. I'll see you in 2 days, sweetie. Yeah, I am restarting per sec entirely. Okay. Fred, try now.
Does he know, Chan?
Hello? Does know what? Oh, also I'm realizing,
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Okay, Fred, you should be able to join. You do it the fastest, so you get to beat the test.
Just echo.
There's still an echo?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Well, to be precise, it's not quite echo. It's just I can hear myself there.
Oh, hang on. I have an idea.
I wonder if this is interface effect.
Yeah, that's what my thought was. Audio.
Yeah, is this real?
Yeah, right.
Because essentially, from what I remember, our second.
I mean, if push comes to shove, I can just set the audio as the game.
Yeah. Just remember the parsec just recognizes Discord and automatically mutes it. It's pure possible your Discord is muted, but it doesn't know about this program.
Yep. I don't see Still Series game. That's what's confusing me. Oh, we just do that. Try now.
Oh, the echo process.
It's still there?
Yes.
Fuck. I mean, push comes to shove, I just turned that off, but... Oh, there it is. Okay. It should be gone now.
I can hear my own ads.
No. Why?
No.
Is that...
As persist.
Okay. Let me... Okay, try now.
Hello.
Echo. Still persist.
Why?
It's weird.
It's not even set to do that anymore? Unless I have to, restart it after changing it? But it doesn't say I need to?
Maybe.
Could try that.
For the sake of argument, one last time?
Echo.
Echo.
It doesn't say, like... Like, right here, it says somewhere, like, you need to restart it for this to take effect on one of them.
Go canceling.
Yeah, restart required. It doesn't say it on audio. So, in theory, changing the audio should just, like... If I put that as just, like, headphones.
I still hearing yourself, of course.
Do you want to try leaving and rejoining? Or...
I think it's just about to restart it.
Yeah.
Minimum password.
Yeah, hang on. Okay, try joining again.
I love echoes.
Hear my thoughts.
I mean, worst case, you just mute Polysec and don't have game audio for the session, but I would like to know what's going on.
An idea. It was working fine last time, though.
Well, I set this up.
Around.
Yeah, I set up SteelSeries, like, the other day.
That's what
Damn it,
fucking
Dobby!
I don't have anything to change right now.
Restart. Restart everything.
When did you restart Parsec proper?
Yeah, I've been restarting it properly.
No, I
Full
mean,
restart.
like actually close down the program.
Yes, like, right-click, restart it.
Oh,
Unless you want me to, like, quit and then relaunch it, but restart should do that.
Microsoft closing the program now.
Yeah, but I set this to, like, I set this to not do that. Okay. With something. Let me make sure audio's good then. I mean, I can't really do much at this point anyway. Okay, Roman, I'm sending you a new code. My futuristic program from the future that fixes shit doesn't like Polysec.
Yeah.
Everything in the future doesn't work.
We can workshop this next time.
Never.
I was gonna say by next time I mean in 2 weeks, but I'll have all of Tuesday to fuck with shit. Okay, blip, blip. Okay. Are we good? The title
Yes.
screen changed.
I'm glad we can always remember our dead best friend.
Yes. Forever in all hearts.
I love our dead gay best friend.
Yes.
He died for his gayness.
Why did
He's-
this have to happen?
He's not the gayest character in the duology. This is not a joke.
Amazing.
The duology has, like, a generally inarguable gay character. Okay. Dialogue.
Alright,
Actually,
Are we
one
ready?
sec.
we're not ready. Okay.
I've realized, like, one thing.
Is the chat?
Yep.
I knew something was missing.
Yeah, we can see the entire screen.
Yeah.
Yes. At last, the entire screen. The entire screen DLC has been.
Okay. I'm being told everyone except Roman is quiet.
Okay,
And
I'll
I
talk
have literally everything maxed.
louder. I will talk. I
How
can't
are
really
you gonna
talk
do
that loud.
about that?
I can't really talk that loud. Actually.
You're gonna have to do something.
I
Yeah.
can't eat people sleeping.
Yep. So I mean, the play at that point is just tone my own mic down.
It's quite all right. I naturally have a good pull for the crowd.
Yes.
If I can fix it. But,
Well, the plan was to just use
my
the
input volume is not.
the plan was to just use the fucking still series to
Fix it.
yeah, to like adjust on the fly. But I can't do that now.
That kills the parsec. This kills the parsec.
This kills the parsec.
Okay, so it is just everyone is too quiet. Doot doot. All right, just inhale your microphones. It's okay. Yeah.
I don't think I can change anything on my end.
I literally have like all of my audio maxed.
It's like already up. It's already all the way up.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we run it.
Look, no one's watching anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Listen, I'm watching in my heart.
That's fine. Emma's watching.
Yes, Emma's watching.
Right
Oh,
behind me.
okay.
If no one got me, I know Emma got me. Can I get an amen? Okay. From the top.
Hold on, one second.
All right. Roman, do you still have the pronunciation on hand? You probably are gonna get saddled with him
Okay.
because I mean, otherwise, fucking LPS Fred for the waifu.
Well, it's simple. As of now, Amp is protagonist. I am a female assistant of Phoenix Wright Games. So yeah.
Oh yeah. By the
I
way,
don't-
to answer your question earlier, Joey,
Yeah.
because I'm protagonist, I don't really want to do another role because I already have the most lines in the game.
Yeah, that's
So-
At least it feels like it.
So, but hypothetically, what if there was a case where Ryunosuke wasn't in it and a different character was the protagonist, or
Yeah, I could.
like
I would.
or Phoenix Wright wasn't in it and a different character was the protagonist.
And like in the specific situation where Ryunosuke isn't in it, I would do someone else. But otherwise, I would want to be Ryunosuke.
Okay.
yeah, that's fair because you're like half the
Yeah.
fucking lines.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the
I just
protagonist.
wanted to know where he was
Well,
on
howdy, y'all, from Texas.
Howdy.
Might be someone might have. Huh? You mute your stuff. Understood.
There we go.
There you go. That's better.
Are you here to voice act?
It's like,
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. Anyway, are we good?
picking up both lines.
I'm ready.
All right. It was like the I can't take this. I think is about
Although
early.
you will be hearing yourself reflection.
Just mute Fred. Just mute Fred.
Whatever. Anyways,
Should I be able to scroll this?
no,
Sure,
it's,
there we go.
it might be where.
Okay. Yeah. So Did we do the I can't take this already?
I can't take this. Arg, I can't take this.
Oh, then it's Fred.
Don't try to go anywhere.
Wait, hold on. The controls aren't working for me. Try alt tabbing or something.
Z. I mean, it's looking like the keyboard is. Oh, hang on.
Mhm.
I never gave you keyboard controls on POSIC.
Oh, yeah, that's important.
That would do it. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen.
Just click.
I accuse you. You're murder. Execution.
Just click amp.
She's the lawyer now.
It's not working.
Because I didn't give you mouse. Get fucked, Blamau.
I want you to say this line, Dobby. Please say this line.
No. Why would I be sorry of anything? I've done nothing wrong.
I'm sorry. But Kazuma was killed right under my nose here. And I didn't do anything to stop it.
And that's why you're
And
under
now
arrest.
I'm supposed to just sit around, my hands literally tied, while whoever did this walks free? No, I can't allow that to happen.
Well, what do you propose to do, then?
Then.
I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's life, and how and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me. Hiya!
That was
Wait,
that was Fred.
That was Fred. What the?
That was a Susato takedown. I know ninjutsu, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Susato, what martial art form is that?
If you were adding an Ace Attorney character to like a Capcom fighting game, Susato is unironically like
Mhm.
second in line in terms of like actual combat ability.
I'm going to need you to prove it. You must do the second tutorial of this game.
Yeah.
What? Sorry, prove it.
Yes, your innocence. I need evidence.
Mm-mm. But how am I supposed to?
Have you forgotten already? What you achieved just a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in a court of law, somehow.
Ah, I see. She's expecting me to present some conclusive evidence. I have to get Susato-san to believe me. I'll show her some evidence right now that proves I'm not guilty of this awful crime.
Show your badge. It's clearly the collar pin.
It's gotta be this. It's gotta be this.
It's a 50-50.
It's fine. You can't. Yeah, it's fine. You can't die if you fail it.
We lost our translator.
This is the paper seal I wrote for the wardrobe. I remember really working hard to make it. Yeah, it's so hard to write. But I'll never forget how Kazuma reacted. Do you expect the Russian crew to be able to read that? He said. Still, I was sure people would get the idea, even if they couldn't read it. So we used it anyway. And it worked. I don't know if the crew thought it was creepy or what, but no one opened the doors.
So what's the jet?
Akuruna? Is that what it says?
Alright,
Akuruna.
look, see, I have this. Tell me, when I was discovered in the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck over the doors?
Oh, yes, it was. I remember clearly.
I thought so. Kazuma always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there. Just in case the cabin steward or another crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well.
He kissed you goodnight.
Ah!
Yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you peeled that sign from the wardrobe's door before you opened them.
I am the ghost of Kazuma. I kissed him goodnight.
But if
Damn.
I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own.
Yes, that makes sense.
In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma.
So what was the plan if he had to pee?
Let's take it back. Well, even if you are sprawled or hopeless on the floor, you are upside down. I can see why Kazuma-sama thought so highly of you.
Thank you, Susato-san. Now, do you think perhaps you could help me get up?
I do appreciate the model being literally upside down.
Well, in the light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here at least.
Thank you. So you finally believe me?
No.
No.
Damn.
What?
I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility to use some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back in position. We know magic in
Like
this
I'm a
building.
magician? Exactly.
He's really insane with his protagonist.
Yeah.
But no, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible on here. Also, magic's real in this world. Get fucked.
Apparently.
Do you
Oh,
like
this
how I
game-
look at this 3/4 angle?
they mocap this really hard.
Alright, let's get to work, Susato-san.
They actually did use motion capture, I think. I think that's what I heard for this game.
People turning around.
You'll see. You will see.
Please don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts.
Oh,
I shall be watching you to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene, like lick the floor. I want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example.
Fireball.
right.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Well, anyway, I should make a start on investigating here. Examine everything I possibly can. Kazuma, I swear, I will avenge your death.
Yes, the game will not allow you to proceed unless you've touched everything of relevance.
And there might be conversations you have to say also. So in this game, you can examine, like, people and, like, talk to them that way as well.
You can touch the sailor?
Yes, you can
Touch the sailor.
You can touch. You can touch me. Please don't, though. I do not swing that way.
Wait, hold on, I pressed the wrong button. One second.
We finally found it, the one non-gay Ace Attorney character.
Amazing.
How's this? Perhaps we should see what this Russian crewman makes of the scene of the crime. Excuse me.
It's okay, you can call him Seaman.
What?
I was wondering how it's going. The investigation, I mean.
Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes, but is not true, I see.
So sorry?
The criminal asking investigator for investigation information about his crime? Very funny.
Oh, it wasn't supposed to be a joke.
He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty.
You might have used information.
Guilty of crime of being gay.
So, last night, did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all?
Dodging the
Yes.
statement, I see.
That's still illegal in Russia nowadays.
Still illegal everywhere nowadays. Net. Of course not. Now back to the corner of room and make silent.
Okay.
I say no more to you.
No soup for you.
Talk to the hand.
Did I hit a nerve there? Just for a minute there, he seemed a little flustered.
Oh dear, that one too.
Oh, well, what's the matter, Suzato-san?
Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused, I forget to look around properly.
Ah, yes, that's not good.
I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you, Nenehoru-san?
Oh.
I'm sure you're careful to understand that you can turn your head.
This is not a BM comment, I swear.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. See.
Now, Let's investigate all corners of this cabin.
Okay. Yes, let's do that. I suppose my field of vision has been rather small until now.
Bro finally learned how to turn his head.
How does that work? Oh, let's see. Wait, no, I don't.
BM, remember.
BM.
Oh, BM, okay. Yeah.
Also, I'm realizing I might need to move the chat for investigations.
That's
Oh, what is
fine.
it?
I'm sure I won't miss any crucial detail.
The evidence hiding in the bottom left, you can't see it.
What is this? These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Buria.
What ya?
Rule number 1: don't kill anyone.
Shit. I fucked up already. I'm sorry. Give me another chance.
God damn it.
You already fucked up the rules. That other side.
Tana.
Oh, you gotta repent.
Scrabbles the fairies.
Roman got what I was going for.
It's essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board. You know, it's not a rule not to kill people, it's just a request.
Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. What? Why are you staring at me?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was just thinking. That... Are you over a dangerous object, or...?
Definitely a pet.
I didn't even have to make a joke there, the game did it for me.
Damn.
I wanted to make the joke, but I was pretty sure she was going to.
Definitely not. I can't decide if you're gay or European.
Wow, well, one thing's sure, either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here.
If it's for Kazuma, he's both an object and a pet.
Now, if it's for Kazuma, he's both gay and European.
I
They are
have
going to
True.
predict like that.
this. What is this? What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glass. Whatever the thing was, it appears to have broken clean in two.
The glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little Netsuke fastener from a kimono outfit.
I just remembered something really fucking funny that happens.
I'm not sure that sounds like Hazuma, but okay. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him. Or would he?
And the mark beside it, what is it I wonder? It's a sort of brick like hue.
Yes, you're right. It is the color of brick. Even though I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else in the cassette.
Apparently it's fucking common knowledge that these kinds of marks are made from bricks, but okay.
The knowledge we had 200 years ago.
Lost the time.
Yeah, before science made us stupid.
We need to look at the tape. The what is the crime scene?
Yeah, the...
I swear to God, Rob, in like 20 years, there's gonna be a detective game where the protagonist has to figure out how to read an analog clock.
Okay, Roman, the physics teacher we had in high school that played like League and Dota, right? I don't remember the name, but I don't want to say it. I don't want to dox.
Sure, yeah.
He I remember him saying once that he like struggled to read analog clocks. It like took him a second. So we're already there.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
So did Kazuma write that before he died? It looks like it's
No.
written in ink.
Does that look
Purple
like my
ink.
handwriting, idiot?
It looks like a Leon upside down.
I wanted to make that joke too. Fuck. In 20 years, people won't know what 11037 means.
He must have knocked the ink pad from the desk when he typed something. But I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. It reads, I can't read Russian.
Repaid. Oh, I mean it's Russian, so it's different pronunciation.
La pape oh. I'm sorry for being racist, but it's on par with this game. Anyways,
Yes.
Poke has messed up now. No doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it.
I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of a clue in his final moments, was he? I'm sorry, Potter, but I can't read your writing.
It's okay, you called me partner. I've never been happier in my entire life.
I don't think that's Japanese, Naruto-san.
What? Nani? Then what
Nani?
language is it?
Holy shit, his handwriting's worse than I thought. I've confused Japanese for Russian. It pains me to admit it, but I still don't know that it's actually Russian.
It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean, I wonder?
I wonder if there was anyone around that might give us a hint as to what the language is.
No clue. Alright, suitcase.
That's a very large traveling case, isn't it?
Yes, it carries a lot of memories.
Memories? What do you mean?
Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case.
Ah, yes. I see it says, "This way up," in Japanese.
Which in hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewman wouldn't be able to read. I was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here.
Oh dear. Biggest story isn't as romantic as it sounds.
I think I have brain damage. Well, it was
Like
less
you had brain
painful
damage before.
than the victims.
And then I gave you brain damage.
And the brain damage. And the brain damage. And the brain damage.
Yes.
What's on the shelf? The books have fallen over on the shelf, look. They've all toppled the same way.
Wait, what's this? A statue of some god of the sea? Although he's fallen over as well.
Poseidon! Yes,
gods
it's
have been
almost as if
toppled.
the whole shelf has been ransacked and everything mown down on it.
I wonder if... Perhaps it was Kazuma-sama doing his mornings for training, do you think?
I seriously doubt it.
Then perhaps... It was you! Then Oda-san, in a fit of rage.
I wouldn't have bothered reading the wardrobe just to mess up a few books and a statue. But the way these things have been thrown about having to do with the case, I wonder? Yeah, probably not.
Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess.
This is an
Oh,
ace
the
game,
evidence.
Susato. Nothing can be straight.
The evidence, no!
Also, look at those pictures. Why did I leave a gap in the books?
That's how it was. Alright, let's look at the broken wall.
Let's look at the door.
Remember to press. Everyone look at the door.
Let's look at the door.
Let's look at the door.
Okay, the door.
Who doesn't know the reference, so I can send you it.
I don't understand the reference, I guess.
I'll send you it when we're done.
When I went for help and the crewman forced it open, this bolt had been firmly closed.
It's quite a small bolt and not particularly sturdy. And it just slides across to secure the door shut. But still, with the door bolted, there would be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. It's no wonder everyone suspects me. When she glares at me like that, I feel tense all up and down my spine. I remember reading once in a detective novel. The culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from outside the room in a situation like this.
Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. But the door of this cabinet and its frame were made of metal, and they seal together perfectly. We're in a boat after all. There would be no possibility of using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid. Stairs.
When she glares at me like that, I feel pins and needles all up and down my spine. Gee.
That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it. Or his headband.
Yes, he was always saying that Japanese man's katana is his soul.
I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on his trip.
I suppose that shows just how important it was to him. And now he's gone. Well, I'm not ready to let Spirit go just yet. His soul is in the sword. We can bring him back.
Yes.
No, no necromancy. Yet.
They call
There's
Wallace.
a bone. Why is there a bone?
Yeah, what the fuck is
Oh,
this?
that's my dinner from last night. A roast chicken. It was so tasty.
Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But did she eat it on the floor here?
I'm not a dog, Satsu-san. Why do you think I'm a pet? I ate the table, of course.
Well, you're not an object, so you must be a pet.
Which begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor.
Kazuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he?
No, that's right. So he didn't touch it.
No longer my favorite character.
Which
Relationship
meant
ruined.
all the more for me.
Oh no! Does that mean? Kazuma-sama spent his last night on the surf with an empty belly. No indirect kiss. It's just too horrible.
No, I suddenly have a guilty conscience and achy stomach. Yeah, really good.
A noise.
The table.
The table. That's the sound. This one.
Table and a
One of those.
Seigi? Seigi? Japanese word for justice. The brushstrokes are straight and true, just like Kazumi.
Not sure about that straight part. Yes, his character always was a reflection of his heart. Yet, can you really look at his characters without feeling shame, knowing who drew them so thoughtfully?
Of course I can. I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to?
Gee. Even though you stowed away on the ship?
Well, now you're going to bring that up, are you? I can't ever win.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds.
One.
You have used 50% of your time allowance.
But there's an evidence on the ceiling.
There's
Don't worry
evidence in
about
the ceiling.
But- I'm hiding it intentionally.
Alright, tablecloth.
There's nothing in this table at all.
Honestly, do you guys need to be able to see the chat? It's not like anyone says anything ever.
Look, bring up the shaft, someone says something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deal.
The plate and Catalina all over the floor for some reason.
Yes, it's strange. Last night when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still. No, wait a minute.
What is it?
That's funny. I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner at all.
So then perhaps you are responsible for what happened to Kazuma-sama.
No, I swear it's the brain damage. Okay. There's like, stuff over here.
Don't
BM.
forget you can be BM.
Yeah, that's what
This is what their Kazuma-sama would have sat whenever he was writing.
Ooh. London Diary. Poor Kazuma. He didn't even make it to his destination.
It looks as though the last entry is incomplete.
Which means, what? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened? Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue.
Hey, yeah!
Ah!
That's out of the question.
What?
Kazuma-sama, I have the body of this world, but you must not read his pirate thoughts.
Please do not read
What?
my thoughts. I was talking about your massive cock.
But what if it's something important? Something relevant to the case? Okay, never mind, I won't read it.
He asked me to erase his browser history upon his death, if that ever happened. So I can't allow you. Well, Kazuma-sama.
I don't like prying into people's personal matters either. But in this case, there's no need for clues more important. There's a wardrobe. I press the wrong button!
You pressed the wrong button.
Wardrobe.
Look, there is a clue in this film. It's been 2 weeks
It's
since
okay.
we set sail from Japan. Have you really been living at the waterfall the entire time, Nelhodo-san?
I think living isn't quite the right description.
Oh, no, I suppose not. I thought it must have been rather exciting making this voyage on your own secret island.
But the trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come. So yes, I did basically have to
Be right
live.
back.
Okay.
And last night was no exception.
But because of that, you have no idea what was happening out here in the cabin.
No, sadly not.
Damn that brain damage. Hey look, I've had a suspicious vent.
There's
I wonder if you want to vent it.
there is a suspicious vent. Who vented?
I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. A vent, if you will. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin.
Isn't that a little odd?
What do you mean?
Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is, looks like it must connect to the next door cabin.
Yes, it would appear to. You're right.
If its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room, surely it should be connected to the outside.
That's true. Perhaps it's so that rain and spring won't find their way, and
This is
When
why
you
she's
see
not the
Zara.
loyally.
or something like that.
This is why she's the assistant, not the loyally.
I suppose. Maybe that's it. I don't know how shift works. Oh my god!
Where the fuck you come from?
Don't worry about it. Alright, Roman, you ready?
Okay.
Right, who's that? He wasn't there a minute ago.
I'm sad they called attention to it.
As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be European.
Oh no.
Oh, how did he?
European derogatory.
Yep.
You noticed the man too, have you? I have no idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious and tall. Suspiciously tall.
And he's sus.
He's wearing platforms.
You know the son, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is? Have you ever read a book?
Well, no, I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. Is he investigating Kazuma's desk, or is he just playing on it? I can't tell.
Well, in that case, we simply must talk about him.
Am I just imagining it? Or does Suzato-san look almost uncontrollably excited?
By the way, I expect you to know this already.
Cracking the
But just in
eyes.
case, if you press space on people when they're in the crosshairs, you can converse with them.
Oh, that's how you talk to people. Alright then, I'll get that suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights and see what he has to say for himself.
Wow, it was that easy. I got over my social anxieties with that. Thanks, Jay. Oh, please do.
How to talk to people. First space.
Casually approach a European.
Go. Excuse me. Excuse me, did you have a moment?
Shush. This is a critical point in my investigation.
Maybe I should
Just
just
leave.
So,
He seems a little unfriendly.
yes, perhaps that would be for the best.
Good line, good line. Greetings! I hope I haven't kept you long.
What exactly were you doing on Kazuma's desk just now?
Ah, I see. Fascinating.
Sorry? What do you see? I feel like... It feels like he's looking right through me.
You need to drink more milk. Your bones are awfully thin. Oh yes, everything's clear now. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken.
What? Sorry? What?
And now, whilst venturing towards foreign climes, you find yourself in a most troubling predicament.
Oh, well, that part's true.
But how?
How the deuce did I know that, perhaps? It was really a most elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining.
Oh, it's Sherlock Holmes.
Have you perhaps managed to do anything else?
But of course, a great many things.
Sherlock Holmes.
There is no mystery, my dear madam.
Believe this thing, Sherlock Holmes.
We don't know.
For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being, as you are, a merciless revolutionary.
Huh?
You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake, and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower.
The what?
What?
And when the beribboned occupant of this very cabin, oh, I get it, headband. All right, understood. Discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes.
Hello.
Just to be clear, you aren't talking about me, are you?
Certainly I am.
Oh,
Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name?
I don't even see one person who fits the bill.
So it's true. It was you who did this to Kazuma-sama.
What?
And your bloody revolution too. Hold on, the brain damage getting to me. It's shameful behavior, Naruto-san. Absolutely wicked.
What? No, listen, there's no way I...
I'm fucking crunching your bones. And
Wait, hold on. I had it wrong. With that fancy mustache, you must be Luigi.
now explain everything. Tell me everything.
No, we don't meet Luigi till later.
Wait, this is ridiculous. Oh,
The fucking great deduction music.
How could you do it?
How could you murder 16 people?
for pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously.
Forgive the brain damage.
And as for you,
Huh?
what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head.
Ah, but was I not right? Whilst venturing towards foreign climes, you do find yourself in a most troubling predicament, do you not?
Well, yes, maybe.
Ha! Well, there you have it, you see? What do you make of that, hmm?
Well, to be honest, this ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. So I'm not really sure you could call it deduction. It's more plain observation.
Wow, your hands are huge. Indeed, an observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles, you see. I announce my findings with a brassy certitude. And more often than not, I'm right.
Ah,
I have a
think you
51% success rate.
think you introduced yourself. Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. How remiss of me.
Goodbye.
I am none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. The inimitable Sherlock Holmes, MD, PhD, OMG, WTF, BBQ.
It's really you, the actual Sherlock Holmes. I'm gonna coom.
The very same. The imitable actual Sherlock Holmes.
I'm so used to like calling him Sholmes that I forget like which one is the actual name and which one is the asymptotic character.
Do you know this man, Suzato-san?
The most famous detective in the world, the oldest son. Of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him.
What? Wasn't it like a different name? What planet have I been living on?
You must ask him what he's deduced. They will have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure.
Really? Why do I feel uneasy though?
I like the idea that the protagonist is getting like Fruit of the Loomed. He's only heard of Sherlock Holmes and insists that that's what his name should be.
Right, yeah.
I forget what the fuck that like phenomenon's actually called, but
It's like
Mandela effect.
yeah, the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Weird.
All right, don't talk to me, I guess. Jesus.
There we go.
Wait, come back.
Alright. It must be converse.
Converses, because he's on screen.
What were you just investigating? Before we started talking, you were examining Kazuma's desk, weren't you?
Kazuma? Ah, yes, the victim.
Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all?
Observe for a moment the desktop of the victim. We see that the victim was engaged in penning some text.
Yeah, pin that text.
London Diary. Kazuma was
That's,
keeping notes of the trip.
Try again. Try again.
London
We gotta stay
Diary.
got British.
Sorry, I can't read Japanese.
Yeah, Kazuma was keeping notes of the trip. But I don't think you should read his private writings. It could upset people.
Tragic. And something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading.
You mean you read already?
It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese. I know enough to ask where the bathroom is, but not enough to understand the directions.
Oh, I see. Well, you're about to know what a Suzato takedown is. Right? Kill
I
him.
thought it was pronounced take down.
Kill him. Suzato-san? Aren't you going to throw the detective with one of your trademark takedowns?
I'm sorry, Denoto-san. He's white, he gets a pass.
It's true. I am white.
A great observation.
Anyway, to return to the matter at hand, namely this diary belonging to the victim, it would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short.
Oh, God.
Tell me, what is the nature of the writing? Pray, be precise as to the details.
Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese.
A smattering, dear boy. A smattering. Sayonara. Banzai. Mikado. Nado nado. And, Omae wa mo shinderu. I trust you're suitably impressed.
Bravo, bravo.
But this diary is littered with complicated looking characters, of which I can read precisely none.
What was all that showing off about before then?
If you would be so kind as to show me, I would be happy to read it to you, Mr. Sholmes.
Wow.
I'm much obliged, my dear madam.
The final entry here in Kazuma-sama's diary consists of just 2 short sentences. The first reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound.
Whistling sound?
These are very deep waters. Pray, go on.
The second sentence reads. Hold on, let me do my impression. My Kazuma-sama impression.
What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
A speckled band? What on earth does that mean?
Heard that is what you wanted, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
There's no idea. I've never heard that expression before.
The heck is a speckled band?
The ventilator grill, you say? The man was presumably referring to the lattice there on the wall, which connects to the adjoining cabin. I think I'm slowly losing the voice that I picked out for myself.
Adjoining cabin. Oh, Kazuma's diary.
What else you got?
Are you actually a great detective? I don't believe you. So, you're a great detective, are you? I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Indeed, I am none other than the one and only Herlock Sholmes.
Oh, I see. You're German? Herlock, was it?
No, I have no hair. I mean, I have hair. Please call me Sholmes.
A different German character makes that same joke in Apollo.
You can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication. It's got a fancy man with a top hat on it.
Oh yes. Angst magazine. Full of wonderful short stories and interest articles from Great Britain. Like how a man stabbed at least 20 people. Can never miss an issue. I have it sent from England especially.
Oh, Jack the Ripper's in this. Ah, yes, here it is. The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes. So, you're the protagonist in a series of short stories.
Indeed, I am.
And you've read so many of your own stories, you start to think you really are a detective?
I'm buying into my own hype. Make no mistake, I'm not the poor, deluded fellow you take me for. Your inference is backward.
Can be.
Backward.
Much like the rest of your country. I mean, my trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in the magazine.
You have a biographer? Do you now?
Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London.
Dr. Wilson? Wait, haven't I heard that name?
I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. Hiya! Why, this very moment, I'm returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of a cursed royal crown.
Really? I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not.
Deduction, you see, is to me a science. Logical reasoning in its purest form.
Science?
Really? Science?
The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in his subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of the posture. Fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin. All these things are data. Or data if you're an asshole.
Fuck you.
Right.
And the trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago, for your viewing pleasure.
How can you look me in the eye and claim that?
So you see, I have a turn both for observation and for deduction. And fame. That is what makes me the one and only Herlock Sholmes.
Okay, what about the victim? Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet?
I've learned that somebody died. How do you feel about that? Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding place? That's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now, Herlock Sholmes.
Ah, I see. In other words, I'm in these now because of him.
Got him. GG easy.
When I became anxious about Kazuma-sama this morning, I summoned all of the crew members to force the cabin door open.
And I concealed myself among their number, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Illegally. Don't tell anyone about that. Luckily for everyone, the great detective Herlock Sholmes was on board. The H is silent this time for some reason. And the handcuffs seem to be an excellent fit, Mr. Naruhodo. The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts are immediately apparent to me. Please tell me he makes the joke that I just did.
Oh, really? 2 facts, you say? 2
Two facts.
Mr. Sholmes, tell us, please. What 2 facts were apparent to you when you came to this cabin this morning?
Yes. But first, let us be precise. The 2 facts in question were immediately apparent to me.
Yes, I understand. Brilliant detective. But what were they?
Allow me to elucidate.
I like how you're mispronouncing it every time.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Who's the
Dyslexia.
detective here? You or me?
I'm a dead man, but dead men tell no lies.
The 2 facts that I deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number 1, the cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. Number 2, the victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance.
Hold on, Mr. Sholmes. What made you think the victim was Russian?
Observe the dying message left by the victim on the floor. This is
Yeah.
from Google saying it to me. All I got was wardrobe.
It's like garderobe or something, I thought.
Garderobe. That is the Russian word for wardrobe.
Do you really think Kazuma-sama could leave a dying message in Russian? Is he no Russian?
In their final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. For this young man, Russian.
Kazuma was Russian? What?
Initially, I considered Garderobe may be the name of the killer, a certain Robert Gard, perhaps.
I love that joke, I don't know why. It's so dumb.
But in the interests of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong to not look inside the wardrobe there, at least. The garderobe, if you will.
Well, you found Mr. Naruhodo sleeping soundly.
Quite so. I found you, faker. The renowned Russian revolutionary killer.
Why is it that I'm Russian tuna?
I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. And, if my memory serves, that outfit is the traditional dress of the Russian people.
Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of the Russian people. I had no idea.
And I had no idea a detective could get something so wrong.
I took a photograph of the victim and the message, that I might analyze it for possible hidden details.
No. This...
My headband is no longer flowing.
This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered and before the body was removed.
Yes, Kazuma had already been taken away when I woke up. This is the first time I've actually seen him like this.
Are you alright, Mr. Naruto?
Yes, thank you.
Give that back.
I'll take that.
No.
Can I ask you something, Mr. Sholmes?
What, pray?
You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all that.
Yes. The train of reasoning that led me to the truth.
Would you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me, do you think?
I don't know. I can hang on. I will Google Translate from my phone.
No. So, do you Google text to speech?
Speak up loud.
My cat punched me. Please hold.
Cat punch.
Cat punch.
If it's something basic like horror show, then
It's congratulations.
Mm.
It doesn't tell
Okay,
me. It doesn't
good.
tell me what language it's translating from. It's probably Russian.
certainly, if it interests you.
Oh, you skipped too
How many
fast.
times? I'm not Russian. I don't speak Russian. Why? Alright, your deduction sucks.
Wait, I gotta.
No, you.
Yeah,
His
there you go.
racism just so strong.
Can we talk about your deduction before? The things you concluded about me, I mean.
Ah, the now famously accurate, troubling predicament you find yourself in.
Actually, it was the other details that I was more hoping to discuss. You know, the merciless Russian revolutionary and assassin of 16.
Ah, yes, the more sordid details. It was a fairly commonplace deduction. Anyone could have done that. Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads Revolutionary Vilen Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. I feel like that sentence was concocted just to fuck with me. This vessel made a port call at Shanghai yesterday, and last night the young Russian was murdered. I read that out and I was like, that can't possibly be right.
Since when was Kazuma Russian?
It sounds like Mr. Sholmes has concluded he was Russian because of what Kazuma-sama wrote on the floor.
I'm yawning. It was a simple act of reasoning to realize that the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary. One who would kill the very man who helped him to escape after his true identity was discovered. Yes, you. Vilen Bolshevik.
No. How could it be me? I don't look anything like this man. Just look at his face.
Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary after all. Therefore, you have no doubt learned to revolutionize your appearance as well.
I think that's how it looks.
Please.
And, I might add, your name does not appear on the ship's passenger list. Need I say more?
That's not. Well, that's because I'm stowaway.
Okay, hang on. Just kidding again.
What about the other details? The 16 victims of assassination blowing up the Crystal Tower.
Yes. The journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all of these particulars in the article. The deeds the man has perpetrated thus far, and those he is plotting. Everything about this revolutionary Bolshevik was included, and there can be no mistake.
Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with newspaper reporters? I
No!
wonder.
And what about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan?
Also quite clearly stated here in the article. Bolshevik has recently returned after a period of subversive activities in a war-torn region of Afghanistan.
Where even is that anyway? This Afghanistan place. I have no idea. I'm too American.
Here, take the paper for yourself, as a little memento of this great deduction.
Oh, thank you.
I've absorbed all that is of interest to me within its pages, but I see no rubbish bin nearby.
I'll take that.
Sholmes does not litter. You may find the article on the back page of interest as well, in case the game hasn't taught you how to rotate objects. Cast your eye over it sometime if the interest takes you, though you may need someone to interpret.
It's all written in Russian. I couldn't hope to read it. I suppose it wouldn't hurt just to glance at the article. Maybe there might be a picture or two.
So, I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being at least.
It's true, like the bargain, for example. This is interesting.
Have you found something relevant, Nekoto-san?
Well, no, I mean, it looks like it might be interesting.
I can't read Russian.
No, nor can I. But look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess, do you think?
She's very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this. Do you?
I don't know what you're talking about. I can't make any sense of it.
I'm here too. I'm glad you noticed this article.
Ah!
Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. I know we were just talking about something completely different, but when you rudely interrupted me by holding this paper in front of me.
Oh, thank you. He pops up everywhere, this Mr. Sholm.
I've been here the whole time. It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. Another sentence crafted to confuddle me. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova.
Pavlova's Doga.
Russian name so hard to pronounce. I mean, remember.
I know, right? It would appear the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room. Wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured, which is worth some 20,000 rubles.
Rupees?
That's about
How much is
$5 in American currency.
Yeah.
How much is 20,000 rubles? It's practically worthless.
I have no idea, but I'm quite sure. It must have been an unbelievable sum of money.
Someone with a Google.
I'm looking on it, don't worry.
It's not. The value of the ruble has plummeted for obvious reasons.
I'll add in
Suzato-san.
19 in like 1800.
Suzato-san's eyes are shining like diamonds themselves.
The tiara is the property of the Novovich Ballet. It would seem the director is beside herself with worry. For the tiara, not for the girl.
Yes, I'm not surprised.
Crack in
The company
eyes.
is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara.
Across the ear.
They requested international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain.
Could this be another case of a Russian fleeing his or her country?
It does seem to be the Russian thing to do.
Yep.
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. Mr. Lerodo. That was
Wait,
very
it wasn't a
even by
pun.
their standards.
It wasn't a pun. I wasn't making a pun. I'll take that.
Hard to roll a card. That's probably it.
We already absorbed. Wait, hold on.
Speed.
I'm afraid
Enhance.
they can't read that word of Russian.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
I have no idea what any of this says.
It's me again. The pair of you floundering is a sorry sight. Allow me to offer you some assistance. The article on the front page of this newspaper is concerned with a fearsome Russian revolutionary. I feel maybe like I've talked about this already, but here we go.
Oh, right. Yeah, that guy. I think you mentioned it. Yes, you mentioned that once.
I said that I did. It reveals also that those who see the man's beard with their own eyes never live to tell the tale.
Oh,
We're both already dead.
Oh my goodness! He is very fearsome.
well, presumably the newspaper photographer was alright, wasn't he?
The solution is obvious, of course. If he despises his beard to that degree, he need only shave it off.
I'm not quite sure that's the problem, Mr. Sholmes.
Alright, deadly beard. Alright, we'll resume the Zoom discussions. Let get close.
Alright, do you have somewhere to go?
Can we just appreciate that? I edited this, it doesn't let me.
What do we
There's
appreciate?
no
Ow.
button to like hide the text, is there?
Doesn't look like it.
That is a great pose.
Yes. You'll see it plenty throughout the game, don't worry.
As it happens, the victim's writings in his diary have piqued my interest.
I know you do.
That's how you actually pronounce that word. If anyone says piqued, they're wrong.
Cade.
The matter warrants further investigation, I believe, and if I am still too long, the seasickness takes hold.
Oh, I suppose. You're thinking investing in the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to?
Great detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnation. We crave mental exaltation. Although I've heard people call that ADHD, but never you mind that. I intend to investigate, hence the truth will become clear soon enough.
You think perhaps that we could go with you?
No. That would be somewhat complicated.
Oof. What? But why?
A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer. Your huge hands.
Oh, these.
After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter. No.
There's no point trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was the culprit in the first place.
Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point.
You must be joking. You just said it only a moment ago.
Dear me, you are clearly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing.
Well, actually, Mr. Sholmes, I did hear you say that too.
You're quite sure? Well, that is very strange. I wouldn't have said that you have the face of a criminal, you know? Not, really.
Yeah. So what? Were you looking at my knees before? Some detective you are.
Oh well, never you mind where I was looking. That was then and this is now.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean, sir, is this. If you are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. Ha 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 ha. He starts frantically pointing at the sign. Pet,
I was
Pet,
just being
got him.
kind.
Pet. Don't make me tap the sign.
And off he goes, having just laughed in my face. His sense of humor is as twisted as his mouth.
Especially if
I have to laugh very quietly. There's somebody else live streaming in here.
Neruto-san, what are you standing here for?
Huh?
We must go and investigate the cabin next door as well. I'm not convinced you're innocent for some reasons.
I keep forgetting something. What about these? Smash.
After Kazuma-san has spent his dying moments struggling to leave us a clue, you're willing to give up? You're just going to roll over and accept your fate? I didn't make you roll, sorry.
My back. As if you gave me any choice in the rolling over part. I think we still have some investigation to finish off in here first, shall we? Let's carry on examining what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip next door.
Good idea.
The situation doesn't look good for me, but there are still things I can do to help myself. And I owe it to Kazuma to do everything I can to find a way out of this and bring the real culprit to justice. Is that...
Alright, Roman, double time.
Is
Oh,
something
God.
wrong, Neruto-san?
Oh, no, it's just that crewman standing by the door. I
Don't
can't
look at
help
me.
feeling like I've seen him somewhere before.
No, yes, you're right. He does look familiar. Excuse me, sir.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh,
Yes. What can I do for you?
oh. Oh my god,
It's a still job.
it's you. I recognize that face, but it can't be.
The economy's that bad.
You're still alive?
The cancer hasn't taken hold of me.
It is!
I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hosonaga. I'm just coughing.
Hello again.
What are you doing here?
I think that should be my line. I was so stunned when I saw you, my heart stopped. I promptly died on the spot.
Neil, you died on the spot? I hope.
I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew and board this ship.
Again?
Don't tell that Russian over there I can't speak Russian.
You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector.
If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask.
I never expected to see this man on board. But perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation.
I'm trying very hard to get the voices right. They're taking over.
So what are your special orders this time, Inspector?
Yes, and why are you dressed as a member of the crew?
A seaman, you
Russian.
mean? I'm so sorry.
Huh?
This is all my fault. I take full responsibility.
For what?
My orders were to act as Asogi-san's bodyguard.
Some bodyguard you are.
It was Minister of Justice Jigoku who pushed for this overseas study tour to go ahead. And he entrusted me with ensuring that Asogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated.
Assassinated? How could that have even been a possibility?
I'm not sure. But these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Minister Jikoku said we should be prepared for all eventualities. And, I was a little underprepared.
This is incredible.
I don't believe it. Chaos Masada was assassinated?
Obviously, we couldn't give Asogi-san a visible security escort. Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew.
I see. You know Russian?
Not a lick of it.
Ah, he don't know Russian at all.
And I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board, from morning until night, every day.
Wow.
I've been hanging from the rafters like a gargoyle. And I never imagined it would happen here, inside his own cabin. Not here on the first class deck. I've failed miserably at my assignment, and Asogi-san is dead as a result. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize.
Inspector.
So, if there's anything at all that I can do to help now, just say the word.
Permission to investigate?
No can do.
We're doing what we can to investigate Cosmo's death ourselves.
I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer?
Of course not.
We'd really like to investigate the cabin next door.
Oh, she really came around to my side quickly.
She just wants to follow Sholmes.
That's true.
Yes. So we need to be allowed out of this cabin.
I'm sorry.
What?
You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. If you moved to even touch the handle of the cabin door, that Russian man would explode violently.
Ah, I will explode all over you.
I suppose I'm not just a stowaway now. They think I'm a murderer as well.
Would it be possible to give me something to work with, do you think? I'm going to need something persuasive.
What do you mean?
If I had a solid reason why the next door cabin should be investigated, for example, I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to.
But I don't see how.
There may be a way.
What? Really?
Hey, how you tried to persuade me of your innocence, Mahodo-san. Defense is untried. Like presenting me with a piece of evidence that you had already had in your possession.
Evidence?
It's just the same as when you are in court. You must have done it many times during your trial.
Present?
Simply select the present panel and choose some evidence that Inspector Hosonaga could use.
So, evidence that would give us a viable reason to investigate the next door cabin, is it? Alright, yes. I think I might know. Let's see if I can present the detective with the evidence he needs.
For as much as I hate to just continuously steal other people's jokes, show up your badge.
Where is help?
No.
No. That's the joke.
Uh,
The badge that you have at like the Starlet is useless like 99.999% of the time.
okay.
I'm pretty sure it's not 100
Yeah, well, depends on the game.
across the entire series.
Fair.
Yeah, this is the evidence.
Yeah, I guess I'll do it.
Lets me, once it lets me present.
I think you have to
You go back
Yeah, I get it back out.
and then present.
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 Easy.
Present. Present.
Yeah, if you get it wrong, there's no downside.
Yep.
Nice.
And you can also get like side inflammation. So
Too late.
What's that?
It's Kazuma's diary.
Just before he died, Kazuma said wrote something rather strange in his diary.
Strange. In what way?
He wrote,
what looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
A speckled band? That is strange. Someone
Yes.
disconnected.
Is it me?
Oh, Emma.
That's it. That's it.
Emma died.
Yes,
She's back.
we're good. We're good to
Welcome
go.
back.
We weren't talking bad about you while you were gone.
Proceed.
Yes, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that, but what I'd like to know is...
Don't tell me. The ventilator isn't?
You're very astute, Inspector.
I can read. That ventilator clearly adjoins to the next door cabin.
That's right. So if we could investigate in there, we might be able to work out what the speckled band was.
Alright then.
Huh?
I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. I'll have to entrust the investigation to you.
Really? You're willing to do that?
Yes. As long as you don't leave the first class cabin area, I'm afraid I can't remove those hand... Oh, run on sentences. Sorry. Wowzers. As long as you don't leave the first class cabin area.
Oh,
I'm afraid I can't remove those handcuffs, though.
But what about the captain? Aren't you going against his direct orders?
I'm a man of my word. Also, as long as you don't tell him, I can keep my job. And this nice hat. I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. After all, I failed to keep Asogi-san safe. This is the least I can do.
Thank you.
Let's seize the moment then, Lelodo-san. Just select move, and we can leave this cabin at last.
Move? Right, let's see what we can find out.
I think I've missed my chance, but I should have been the one to read like present and move and shit.
That would have been good.
Next
Wait,
time, if
so-
there is a next time.
Do you think we got everything?
I mean, you can always come back after.
Well, yeah. It's
Touch.
usually investigations are kind of pseudo set piece basis.
Yeah.
Usually,
Yeah.
although you can always just flop around, of course.
So you missed that, but like nothing's gonna come of it.
No.
You got the
This
important
is-
shit.
Yes, it's a bell cord contraption, I think.
What do you mean, contraption?
I read about it in a book I was studying that talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants.
Really? That sounds almost magical. And you thought I was a magician? Shall we give it a little try?
Yes. In the interest of cultural research, obviously. Ding ding.
Waiting for like maids to appear midair.
I'm so excited.
Fireball.
I suppose nobody comes for lowly Japanese people.
Oh
Damn.
no, I'm sure it's just that everyone's busy. That's all. Yeah, no magic maids.
Yeah, essentially investigations is point, click, ask around until story progresses. You literally cannot miss things. Otherwise, you will just never make it to point usually.
Alright, I think I got it.
Except in Avial Utility. Because fuck that game.
That's kind of dead.
Yeah. It's like, oops, you didn't find everything you needed. You cannot get the best possible ending for this case.
It's kind of dead though.
Yeah. But it's only like 10 minutes till we play a case.
Yeah,
It's
so
not.
that's
It's not too
what-
long.
That's why they can't do it. What the fuck is that like a mouse
It's a
trap?
mouse trap.
Yeah.
It looks fucking weird.
1800s. Stick your finger in it.
Naruhodo, please don't get caught in the trap.
Squeak.
Woof! I'm finally
Cheese
out.
to meet you, Suzato.
I have to admit, this isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be. This is the most luxurious accommodation.
Yes, indeed. Kazuma-sama was being sent to the city hour by the government. That's why he was being put up in a first-class cabin. Even still, it is about twice as large as my accommodation in steerage.
You work in steering? Really? That must be awful. Oh, look over there. Who's that? That's another crewman keeping watch, and he looks enormous. Even sitting down.
The door next to him leads to the second-class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure that no one comes in here who shouldn't.
I suppose. Like people in handcuffs?
Naruto-san, you look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I would have thought you'd be used to the ship by now. We've been at sea for 2 weeks already.
I was in the suitcase. Well, yes, I know, but the thing is, I was inside Kazuma's trunk when we first came aboard. Ever since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe.
Must have been a very trying time for you.
Please, don't give me that pitying look.
Left. Investigate the mousetrap.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a couple of small ones.
You must have the mousetrap, very important.
A trap for catching mice.
Yes, we have plenty of those back home in Japan. Although, they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something.
Let me see. Yes, I think that's what is called cheese. It's made from the milk of cows.
Cheese. What is this cheese thing? What does it taste like?
Oh, so it's not even cheese to beat you. They haven't advanced that far.
You can't eat it, Naruto-san. The trap will snap shut on your fingers. Clean it
Really?
up.
But, oh, I guess you're right.
You weren't actually going to try it, were you?
But all I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks is Kazuma's leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe.
Poor you poor little pet. I'll find a little snack for you later.
Okay, that's a door. I don't want to examine that. Oh look,
Let's look at the
alarm.
door.
Fire alarm.
We're not gonna make the door joke. Alright, there's a fire alarm.
Always make the door joke. It's too good.
What do you think this is? It's a very pleasing shape, isn't it?
That's the emergency alarm. Probably best not to touch it.
But someone died. Oh, an alarm.
It says, press only in times of emergency. It looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship and brings the vessel to a complete stop.
Oh, this I have to see.
What are you doing, Naruto-san? You mustn't touch it.
Big red button. But this is an emergency situation. Just look at these handcuffs.
You know full well that's not what the alarm is for. If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation. Worse than murder somehow.
I wish everything would just stop. This ship included.
If you have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else.
I guess I can't sink the ship then.
No sinking the battleship.
Alright, everyone
Yeah.
go look at the door.
Let's look at the door.
Door.
This
I'll
is
play the
it.
clip before I close stream.
A door. This is the cabin next to ours. The one the ventilator connects to.
Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band
Speckled
emerging.
band.
Maybe whoever's in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. Boink.
Does someone else want to say hello? Am I just gonna do like a deeper Russian voice? Okay, got
I've
it.
already voiced 2 people
Yeah,
today.
I know, but I have to ask because I'm already doing one, and
Help.
it's just gonna be the same character again.
But that's bad. That's good.
Yeah,
Consistency.
yeah. Duh, I am
Oh.
Russian.
Excuse me, we, need to get inside this cabin here.
Good talk.
The sailor's eyes speak volumes. They're clearly saying, "Keep up."
Wow, that was a tough one, Dobie. I feel bad for you. That's what I wrote in the sign we put over the wardrobe doors. Although this man's version is definitely more effective.
It doesn't look like he's going to let spouse.
His midriff is
That's a
powerful.
problem. Okay. Let's look at the door, part 2.
Let's look at the door.
First class cabin number 1. Yes, that's our cabin.
Not our cabin. It's Kazuma-sama's. We're not in Russia yet.
Sorry.
Your accommodations is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin.
You know how to make a stowaway feel so small, don't you? As small as the wardrobe I've been calling home.
These cabins are the finest in the ship. My own cabin in steerage is number 539, by the way.
Oh, I'll come visit.
Time to dock Sully.
500 and... How many cabins are there?
A lot. It's a cruise ship.
It's on the 5th floor.
We have a map. Looks like a plan of the SS Buryat. It shows each deck, look.
Tiburia is a large-scale steamship with a triple skinned hull. What a marvel of engineering!
Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually. How is that such a huge lump of metal doesn't just sink to the bottom of the ocean?
Oh, that's really quite simple, Naruto-san.
It is?
Well, it just chooses not to. But consider the Japanese archipelago.
The islands of Japan?
Yes, they're not metal, but they're enormous lumps of earth. Many times larger than this ship. This is also not how this shit works. But don't worry, we're the 1800s. And they don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily in the sea since the gods created. Thanks, Amy.
Oh, that's how buoyancy works. I see.
Or was it Susano that created Japan?
There's a huge book on the table there, and there's a pen next to it.
Yes, that looks like the ship's log.
Shall we have a little look-see?
Duh. Go ahead.
The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded.
You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. And no reaction at all. I thought he might appreciate the compliment.
Duh. But you still guilty of murder.
I'm not sure that tough and ready is much of a compliment, Naruto-san. Even so, sailor.
Duh. Very offensive.
Anyway, last night's log is mostly blank.
Presumably that means there was nothing to report.
Let's look at the door.
Door, part 3. That's the way to the second class area of the ship. Is there something wrong?
I was just thinking about making a run for it, just for a moment, just jumping off the side, Things aren't exactly going well for me.
I might be wrong, but I imagine the moment you reach for the handle of the door, that burly seaman would surely shoot you dead. Yes.
Please don't shoot semen at me.
Hmm.
Oh dear, I'm sorry. Perhaps you only want Kazuma's semen.
Uh, no, I started with my talk of running away. And there's no way I could run away while Kazuma's death remains a mystery anyway. Alright.
Now speak to the
talk
burly
to
Russian
me.
man.
Excuse me, but could I ask you something?
You little stowaway murderer.
That wasn't a good start, was it?
Alright, let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm so sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask you something of you?
You little third-class ladies' maid.
So offensive.
I heard the rough and ready part. I am not amused.
We seem to have caught the sailor on a bad day, says after sun.
I am not sailor. My mother gave me name. I am senior crewman, Beef Stroganov.
Oh, wow. The best thing is to just avoid eye contact, I think.
I remember that joke like as the fucking text was going.
That incredible thing.
Oh, speaking of names, the military dude was like Yesanosa, right?
Yeah.
The baby's name was Ido. Ido Nosa.
Yes.
I don't know. Oh. Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Funny. Mr. Stroganov, about this first-class cabin area.
Here we are in the finest part of Burdia steamship, for very important persons. And yet you are here.
What a very important persons.
If this was the fan translation, I would call you a slur, but it is not. Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret, many important persons. That is why I am always guarding this place.
Gosh, that's amazing.
But somehow, I let stupid stowaway inside. I want to pick you up and throw you in ocean, but Stroganov is not animal. Unlike you, you pet.
Thank you?
You are welcome.
If
Get
I
out of my
may,
sight now.
I was wondering, is the cabin next to Mr. Sogi's currently occupied?
That is classified. Da.
Suzata-san, did you understand that?
It sounded like da.
Da. That is what I said. Da.
I think it's probably Russian for yes or no.
Da is both.
Genius.
It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation.
Huh. Well, it sounds like there is somebody next to a cabin at least.
Yes, it's tantalizing.
Tell me more. Could you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Soki?
Sorry, I was looking at my phone. My name is Mr. Grimesby Roylat. He is a very important Western gentleman.
No.
A Western gentleman.
Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with
I like
murder
it.
of student boy.
How can you be so sure about that?
Because I said so. Da. Mr. Roylat is authentic Western gentleman. Such a man would have no interest in lonely students from insignificant Far East islands. The longer I talk like this, the more I forget what Russian accent is.
That was harsh.
Could you tell us when Mr. Orlot came aboard?
That is not your business.
Come to think of it. Even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now, and I've been in Cosmo's cabin the entire time, I've never once heard anything from the next door cabin, or even felt like there's anyone there.
Presumably, since the gentleman is occupying one of the first-class cabins. He must be rather important, is that right?
Da. That is not your business.
Alright, good talk. Are you on watch here all the time, Mr. Seaman Stroganoff?
Da. All time. So criminals like you cannot come in or get out. Ignore the fact that you got in. You will not get out.
I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all?
It is sad about Student Boy.
Were you on watch last night as well?
Of course.
And did you notice anything at the time? Anything unusual?
Het.
Yet.
Yet.
Suzato-san, did you understand that?
It was clear, eh? No.
I saw nothing unusual. Nothing at all.
Dota player knows Russian. More at 11.
Any strange noises? A sense anything was wrong in some way?
I said no.
Sorry, okay. I'm not so sure. I could have sworn that you wouldn't catch my eye for a moment.
This is enough. I can say more. I cannot say more now.
Oh,
It is time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin.
yes, alright.
Bulkhead to second class area is staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistles on top of the mountain, or, as English say, when the pigs fly.
Yes, I understand.
Now we can investigate this area properly, shall we?
Definitely.
Absolutely nothing can go wrong.
Also, what's this saying about pigs flying? What?
You will understand what you are older.
The lobster
Now
whistle.
get back to your room. I wasn't serious. Your lady maid just said there was more that you could investigate. Now, why did you actually go back to your room? What are you, stupid?
Where is it?
You have to re-look into the door, probably. See, it no longer has a check mark. It means there's something new.
This is it. The door. This is the cabin next to ours. The one the ventilator connects to.
Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging.
Maybe whoever's in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. Hello, Murder, are you there?
No answer.
Damn, I thought we were gonna get him.
Right off luck, it seems. There's no one in here to help with our inquiries.
How annoying.
Ah!
What was that? Someone just screamed inside the cabin.
Such a high-pitched scream. It must have been a woman.
I'm glad nobody just decided to scream trying to guess who it was.
I'm guessing it's Sholmes.
Stand aside! Oh, that was you.
It was me. I'm about to break the door down.
Mr. Sholmes.
I shan't be stopped. When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking doors off their hinges.
Alright, I'm noting that as evidence for the case later.
Please, wait, Mr. Sholmes. The doors appear to be bolted. Maybe you can turn the knob.
It's not? Then how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What prey can I kick?
I think we should.
Cisato looks at him.
You're right.
There's no time to think of stress relief.
I already kicked him like 3 times at least. You can get one in too.
He's used to it by now.
Number 2. Oh,
Uh-oh.
oh my god.
That's,
Russian man goal.
Oh, it is me, shit. Who are you?
3 Russians in one day, Dobie.
I can
A
take out the
Russian,
Russians.
This man looks Russian. to
Not
me.
in a fight.
We heard a woman scream.
A woman? Don't be absurd. As you can see, there is nobody but me in this cabin.
True. This old man does appear to be the only person in here. But in that case, who just screamed?
Get out. All of you. Now.
Please excuse the intrusion, but you are Mr. Grimsby Roylott, I presume.
Yes, that's me. And you are?
I am the one and only, the actual Herlock Sholmes. You've heard of me, no doubt?
No.
Oh, okay. Alright.
I knew it was coming. It's too easy.
I'm a great detective among great detectives. One who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less.
Fascinating. Now get out.
So I assure you, you may trust me completely, and implicitly, even.
The man uses that magazine like a business card.
It's the only one I have, don't tell him.
A detective? I do not trust detectives.
Well, we distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time.
Will you call me lady?
I'm not answering that question. Might I be so bold as to ask you to open that small traveling case?
Why? Don't be stupid. How could anyone fit into a small trunk like that?
Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk.
Ooh. Don't look at me.
No. Oh my, did you see that, Mr. Neruda?
Yes. The case just shook.
Leave. Now. Otherwise, I'll call the steward.
So this is Kazuma's neighbor, Mr. Grimsby Roylott. There's no doubt about it. This strange Russian man is hiding something.
I couldn't agree more.
Wait, did you see my thoughts?
Don't worry about it.
Again?
Don't worry about it. I can't hear you. You're so easy to read.
Anyways, let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns.
I know I said to leave, but I guess feel free to ask me anything.
I'm in here now. Don't worry about me.
What are you doing? We have to look at this.
In here, you may observe the natural Sherlock Holmes in his natural habitat. What do you think you're doing? This is my cabin. Get out.
Yeah, I don't know why we're still here.
Get out! You're being inappropriate!
Could we just have a quick look inside your traveling case? Please?
Just leave.
She did say
Oh.
please.
Oh,
Okay.
If you said please, okay. For the nice
what a
lady
pity.
maid.
I think we're out of luck. I tried.
Oh, I think you're right.
There doesn't appear to be anything more we can do.
I agree. But there may be someone else.
I'm not helping you.
That great detective to get somewhere with Mr. Roylott.
Right? Poke at him.
Bet. Do you have a moment, please, Mr. Sholmes?
You need only address me as Sholmes.
That's what I did, isn't it? Well, Mr. Sholmes, what were you doing in there?
Why, I was resting, of course.
Sorry, I sneeze when I hear bullshit.
Resting?
Indeed. I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting. Waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great powers of detection into service. Also, I'm quite fond of enclosed spaces.
Oh, you wanted to see what it was being a pet.
And it would seem like that hour is upon us now. That time has come. Am I mistaken?
Well, no. Actually, you're spot on for once.
Okay, before this starts, time check, because this is a minigame and it might take like 20-30 minutes.
I mean,
I don't know if it's like exactly how long it is, but it's not like super brief.
I mean, if it's about 20 minutes, then that roughly evens up the hour.
I do not have.
I don't know everyone. I don't know how everyone else feels about that.
An investigation minigame.
Like, there's a 20-minute minigame?
I don't remember exactly how long, but it's not like super brief. Not a literal minigame. Minigame in the same way that like the cross examinations are minigames.
So we can save anytime.
Yeah, probably.
I don't want to stop soon. Like, within 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's like, do we want to try to squeeze through this and potentially not be able to? Or do we just save it for the start of the next session?
Alright, let's just stop.
Observe closely my powers of time stopping.
Za Bardo.
Zawarudo.
So are we stopping or?
I want to stop.
I'm not reading
It's
that. You
literally
can't make me.
I pressed the wrong button.
Okay.
L2P.
We almost finished the investigation. I think.
I think we're only halfway through.
Tutorial investigation. Alright, let me find the let's look at the door thing.
Until the tutorial will actually be a short one for once.
Yeah,
I
right.
don't know the timestamp though, but
I'll find it.
No, it's one of the bloopers.
Yeah.
I haven't seen all of them.
wait, it's
This one, I think.
It's around there. Not that.
It won't take much time for their soldiers to fully regroup and seize the building.
Let's look at the door.
It's okay.
Right, that's it.
The bloopers are fucking great, dude. It's so good. You still got keyboard.
Yeah, I think a couple of them were actually like small strips at the end of each manga.
Giving me a kissy. Sure. So that was a #1 with tater tots and a jumbo Coke. Can I interest you in an apple pie today, sir?
Amazing. Yeah, they are pretty good.
Let's look at the door.
Yeah.
I think I remember at least one of them being a manga strip panel at the end of a like manga, as in the book. That's for sure.
Tell me, you go by Scar. What's your real name?
There's the good one. That one. That's the
Yeah.
sick one I mentioned. That one is actually in manga, so that's that point.
Fuck you.
Oh, not that one. It's the other one, but it's pretty good. Did you get a
Fucking
Shalom says end the live stream.
Yeah.
no.
Before you get copyright strike.
It's fine. Last one.
Dog? Stop it! Now, Gluttony!
A talking dog? Ruby, Ruby, Roo.
We do.
Okay. I
Thank you,
am.
Mr. React streamer.
Yeah, I am closing stream. I am closing stream. Everyone, get out of my fucking computer. It's just Amp.
The attorneys of Moist Critical are knocking on your doors as we speak.
Okay. Deafening, have a good night. We get the deduction next time. I didn't want to get too caught into it. I feel like it's better to just save it and do it all in one go. I think they are right that, like I want to say that's the end of it, but, you know, fucking case 1 was, like, 4 pilots. I've been wrong before. Anyway. I'm gonna mute and turn on the music. Have a good night, everyone. Let me find someone to raid before I forget. Yeah, we can, yeah, put Shulms back on. Read messages, let's look at the board. Later.